Hey guys, welcome to our weekly news show here on Backstage with Millionaires. I'm Caleb, your host, and today we're going to be talking about India's latest exciting smartphone, Byju's absolutely massive potential acquisition, Amazon's expansion into the Edtech space, WhatsApp's new privacy policy, the Atmanirbhar Digital India Foundation, Tesla's office here in Bengaluru, all of the latest funding news and more coming up right after this. All right, so first up in the news, it looks like Indian smartphone manufacturers are making a comeback. First with Micromax and now with Lava. Specifically, Lava has launched 5 new smartphones: the Z1, the Z2, the Z4, the Z6, and the MyZ, which they're calling the world's first ever customizable smartphone. But what exactly does customization mean in this context? Well, allow me to break it down. Between the front camera, the back camera, the RAM, the storage, and the phone's color, there are 66 variants of this smartphone. And then on top of that, once you actually have the smartphone in your hand, you can actually customize it further by giving it back to Lava, and they will upgrade specific parts for a fee. Now, I would love to hear from you guys about what your thoughts are on these customization options in the comments down below, because I'm kind of personally torn between feeling like this is kind of just a gimmick and thinking that this might actually be something that's useful. Companies like Google and PhoneBlocks have tried to create modular smartphones in the past, but that idea never really took off. And so this somehow feels to me like a compromise between what's being offered by most smartphone companies, where they just say, listen, this is the one option that you have. You either buy it or you don't, and this idea of modular smartphones. But anyways, moving on to the next news item, Byju's might be acquiring Aakash Educational Services for $1 billion. Now, for those of you who don't know, Aakash Educational Services is a very popular engineering and medical exams preparation company. And if Byju's were to acquire these guys, then it would end up being one of the world's largest edtech deals ever. And besides that, it would also mark Byju's entry into the offline education space. Now, I've begun to realize that a lot of you who watch our videos feel pretty strongly about Byju's, but whether or not you agree with what they've been up to lately, there's no denying that this would be a very good thing for Aakash Institute. Offline education companies like Aakash Institute have been dropping like flies because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And while the company did make an effort to get itself online earlier last year with the acquisition of Merit Nation and the launch of its own digital education subsidiary, the COVID-19 pandemic has irreversibly changed India's education landscape. And so a deal like this just makes a lot of sense for both Byju's and Aakash Educational Services. They'll be capitalizing on each other's strengths to create an omni-channel education empire. And speaking of empires, let's move on to the next news item, because Amazon has launched Amazon Academy. This is an edtech platform aimed at helping students to prepare for Indian Institute of Technology joint entrance exams. And they're going to be offering live online classes, real-time doubt-solving sessions, mock tests, detailed step-by-step solutions, all for free. Now, if you're anything like me, you're probably thinking, hold on a second, this is free? But you gotta remember that Amazon has so much money for stuff like this, and it looks like the plan is for a couple of months it's gonna be free, and then after that, they're gonna start charging for it. This will enable them to get a bunch of people to start using this new service, and it'll also help to spread awareness about this new platform so that they can start competing with the likes of Byju's, Unacademy, and Vedantu. Now, while we're still talking about Amazon, I also wanted to mention the fact that they've launched a mobile-only subscription service to Amazon Prime Video here in India for just 89 rupees per month. Now, Amazon Prime Video's main source of competition, which is Netflix, also offers a mobile-only subscription plan. However, that plan starts at 199 rupees. At the moment, this Amazon Prime Video mobile-only plan is only available if you're with Airtel, but it could potentially be expanded to other telecommunications companies as well. All right, next up in the news, I just wanted to remind you all that we actually have a Hindi channel, which is currently sitting at 420 subscribers. So for those of you who do understand Hindi, it would mean a lot to us if you could help us get to our first major milestone on that channel, which is 1,000 subscribers, by heading over there, hitting subscribe, maybe liking some of the videos, and also sharing them with anybody who you think would enjoy them, people obviously that understand Hindi and want to know more about startups and entrepreneurship. Also, in case you missed it, last week we launched Backstage with Millionaires channel memberships. These memberships give you guys exclusive access to emojis and badges, and you can find out more about them by hitting the join button on our channel. But even if you guys don't have the funds to support us financially, it would mean a lot to us if you could hit the like button on this video. And if you haven't already subscribed and you're enjoying what you're seeing, make sure to hit subscribe as well, because we post new videos every single week about Indian startups, entrepreneurs, and the latest news. All right, next up in the news, let's talk a little bit about WhatsApp's new privacy policy. So basically what this policy update means for you is that WhatsApp is going to be sharing more of your commercial user data and metadata with Facebook. Now, this has nothing to do with what WhatsApp considers to be your personal information. According to the company, your conversations with family and friends will remain protected and secure. However, if you decide to chat with a business on WhatsApp, that information will be shared with Facebook so that they can personalize ads for you. Now, if this is something that really bothers you, you have two options. Option number one is that you can continue to use WhatsApp, but avoid interacting with any and all businesses on the platform. Option number two would be to switch over to a completely different platform like Signal, Telegram, or made in India Arate. Arate, which I'm not entirely sure I'm pronouncing correctly, was created by Zoho, and while it's still in development, it's already been downloaded on the Play Store more than 10,000 times. Now, with this video, I'm actually going to be conducting a little survey, and I would love it if you could weigh in and let me know in a comment down below what your thoughts are on this policy update. Does it not matter to you? You don't care? You're going to keep using WhatsApp the same way that you did before the policy update? Or maybe you're going to continue to use WhatsApp, but you're going to avoid interacting with businesses on the platform? Or maybe you've decided to completely uninstall WhatsApp from your phone entirely? And if you're going to be doing that, please let me know in the comment which alternative messaging app you're going to be using. But either way, no matter how you as an individual are choosing to proceed, there's no denying the fact that global tech giants like Google and Facebook control a large part of India's technology ecosystem. And that's one of the reasons why a couple of Indian startups have decided to band together to form the Atmanirbhar Digital India Foundation. This foundation is aimed at creating a level playing field for Indian technology companies, with the goal of building a fair and open technology ecosystem for India. Key members of this foundation include the founder and CEO of Matrimony.com, Murugavel Janakiraman, one of the co-founders and the CEO of Truly Madly, Snehil Kanur, the founder of Innovate Co-working, Ritesh Malik, the founder and CEO of Shiros, Sairi Chahal, and one of the founding partners of India Quotient, Anand Lunia. All right, next up in the news, Tesla is finally here in India. They recently registered an Indian subsidiary called Tesla India Motors and Energy here in Bengaluru, and it's expected that they'll start things off by opening a sales outlet, followed a little bit later by an R&D center. All right, moving on to some funding news now. Crypto trading platform CoinSwitch Kuber has raised $15 million in its Series A round from Ribbit Capital, Paradigm, Sequoia Capital India, and Kunal Shah, who is the founder of Cred. Founded in 2017 by Ashish Singhal, Govind Soni, and Vimal Sagar Tiwari, CoinSwitch Kuber launched its cryptocurrency trading and exchange platform for Indian users in June of 2020. Within 6 months of launch, this startup managed to onboard 1 million users, and they're planning to have 10 million users by the end of 2021. Now, I think it's worth noting that this investment is coming at a time when the most famous cryptocurrency in the world, which is Bitcoin, is on the rise. It reached a record high of $42,000 on the 8th of January of 2021. And so CoinSwitch Kuber is going to be using these fresh funds to enhance its product, security, and technology capabilities, as well as to reach that user milestone of 10 million, which would make it one of the preferred cryptocurrency trading platforms for Indian users. Alright, next up in the funding news, skill-based online gaming platform Zupee has raised $10 million from Westcap Group and Matrix Partners India. Founded in 2018 by Siddhant Saurabh and Dilsher Singh Malhi, Zupee offers an online platform and app where users can compete in live quiz tournaments with other users in order to win cash prizes. The company claims to have more than 2,000 live tournaments every day across topics like movies, sports, math, cities, and general trivia. They also claim to have dispersed prizes worth 10 crore rupees to more than 5 lakh users. The startup is going to be using these fresh funds to expand their market reach, scale their platform, and enhance the experience for their users. They're also planning to offer their platform in local languages in the future. Alright, next up in the funding news, bus transport technology startup Chalo has raised $7 million from Rain Ventures, Neeraj Arora, who used to be the chief business officer at WhatsApp, and Amit Singhal, who used to be a senior VP at Google. Founded in 2014 by Mohit Dubey, Vinayak Bhavani, and Priya Singh, Chalo is making it easier for people to travel in buses. They're doing this through the Chalo app, which enables users to buy mobile bus passes and tickets. And for people who don't want to use the app, they're also offering the Chalo card, which can be recharged online and used to pay for buses. Chalo currently has a presence in 30 Indian cities, but they're only completely operational in 13 of them. That being said though, they're hoping to expand their operations into 25 cities by the end of this year. They're going to be using these fresh funds to double their tech team from 25 to 50, and also to expand their leadership team to include a head of operations, a head of data science, and vice presidents. Alright, that is all the startup news that I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button and also hit subscribe if you haven't already. Also, I just wanted to say a big thanks to this individual right here, who is our first Decacorn Backstage with Millionaires member. Also, big thanks to all of our Unicorn members as well. You guys are amazing, and it means a lot to us to know that you guys are enjoying our content so much that you're willing to financially support us. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Backstage with Millionaires, and I will see you in the next one.